of carats and sparkle and shine. What we're talking about is something so much more. And what's in this box represents so much more. It's why it's the one, the only one, the best find of the entire day. Our today's special value starts right now. And 12,000 of you have said, yes, I want what's inside that box. What's inside that box is an exquisite work of art. It's an aesthetic, it's architecture, it's sculpture. And yeah, it's all bronze with Swiss parts movement and a 5-year warranty and hand-applied Roman numerals and more than 70 hand-set crystals. This is why I say that this piece right here represents everything that the Italian artisans are all about in jewelry. It's not just about carat weights, and it's not just about how well the timepiece works. It's about the aesthetic. That's what Italian jewelry is about, and this truly is fine jewelry. But it's on 4 easy payments of $24.94. Today's special value is less than $100 and is the only timepiece we're doing from Bronzo Italia as a today's special value. Here we go with your color choices. I don't have to tell you about sizes available because every size is built right in. You can remove the links without taking it to a jeweler, and we'll show you how. Here it is in the rose. Next up is the yellow. Yes, that's yellow bronze, just like we talked about. Cut through it, all you would see is yellow. Then we've got the white. That's the one that Jill was wearing in her shift earlier. It just looks so exquisite, like white gold. Now, even though I'm probably not supposed to, I don't care. I'm telling you what my favorite is. I am so excited about the black trend in jewelry. But I tell you this, a trend really isn't a trend if you can intend to wear it for the rest of your days. That's the case with this right here. J321268 is your item number for the best find of the entire day. And here to tell us more about it is the man responsible for bringing it to us, David Marcy. David, I know, one thing I want to make sure people know, like we don't just go, hey, give us a today's special value, you know, and then the vendors, the designers, they go, oh, well, how about this? Yeah. You and your passion and your job is to go to them and say, here's what we have in mind, what do you think? And then you guys start going to work. So this was a long labor of love.
Absolutely. First, we saw a watch that looked not quite like this. It looked, in fact, quite differently. It had a different case, it had a different dial, it had a different strap. And we work from that until we get to the right face, till we get to the right dial, till we get to the right, all the right enhancements have to be added to this in order for us to then say, go, this is now a today's special value. And so that takes a labor of love. It takes many iterations. The factory goes back several times until we get it right. And we think we nailed it, and here's why. I love the fact that first you get this, the dial, you get the crystals that are bezel set right around the border of the watch, and that sets the tone for the watch, because what you have in the middle is you have this face that mimics the border of where those crystals are. So you see at the 12 and at the 6, you see 2 rows of crystals. Now you could have just taken that face and just said, okay, we're just gonna keep going around it, and we'll just cut off the 12, cut off the 6. No, they did something very different. They did it so that it was sculpted around like that. Yeah. That's perfect how you're showing it. And then what that does is it makes it different. It makes it special. It makes it unique. That cut crystal quartz movement is unbelievable how it's done. It's sculpted in a way that's very organic looking. It's not just flat across, and it's not just domed. It's done in a way that is remarkable and sets this watch apart from any other watch that I've ever seen. That's why this became a today's special value.
The one word that you said that resonated with me was sculpted, because that's exactly what this is. And that's why I told you at home, you had to see this 360 degrees, because seeing it flush like this is beautiful. When I angle it and turn it, do you see, it's almost like, you know what it's like? It's like the Mona Lisa's eyes. As you move left and right, they seem to follow you, right? Or like as the moon follows you as you're driving in your car, you're like, is it following me? As you move this 360 degrees, the shape of the watch, it's almost like an optical illusion, the way it's so fluid and linear at the same time. I told you it reminded me of a Salvador Dali painting with the melted watches and the melted clocks. That's exactly what it looks like. All right, let's get the housekeeping out of the way, right? Because this is important too. Stainless steel case back, stainless steel clasp. Those are really the only two places where you really, really want them to be stainless steel, because that's going to get the most wear and tear. The other important part, and as I mentioned before, is this is fully adjustable now. You've got 2 removable links. You do not have to take this to a jeweler. So if you are 6.5-inch wrist like me, you can wear it. If you're an 8-inch wrist, you can wear it. Panther link means fluid and slinky and soft, and maybe you leave those links in there so that you can wear it kind of bracelet style. And then from there, it's up to you. Is this your palette that you want to use to layer other bracelets with, like I've done? But truly, when you've got 71 hand-set crystals in here, it's already adorned for you. So that's why I said it's truly a 100% aesthetic piece. And oh, by the way, it tells time.
Yeah. And by the way, that is something that you bring up that I want to mention is very important. For me, a watch has to be seen. I love the fact that a watch is a piece of jewelry. I look at it and it's got to be fashionable. It's got to have something to it that makes it very aesthetically pleasing. But I also like it to be able to tell time. And this is the perfect size. It's not too small. It's not too large. It really is the right size. And we didn't originally see it. We saw it bigger. We saw it smaller. We see it in different formats until we get it right. But you're right. I mean, you do want to be able to see your watch. I mean, many callers called in earlier today saying, I like it because I can see the dial.
Yes.
I wanted Roman numerals, though. I wanted the Roman numerals because Roman numerals are much more higher end looking to me than just regular numbers. So I think that was very important in this watch.
Point.
And I love, if, in case anyone's wondering about the crystals on the outside, it's not too sparkly. It's not too, if you're wondering, am I going to be too overwhelmed by the crystals? It's not. It looks like diamonds.
It's like laced around.
It's
a
laced.
little bit,
It's a
right?
great way to put it.
Just enough to add a little oof to it. And that's what I've been talking about, that Italian aesthetic that isn't about necessarily knocking you over the head with the look. Instead, it pulls you in. It draws the eye in. To me, this wouldn't be a good value if it was so out of the park that I would feel foolish wearing it every single day.
Yeah.
This is as much an everyday timepiece, though, as it is a striking and amazing, a breathtaking piece of fine jewelry. If you can't tell I love it, it's because you have the sound turned completely down. You're on an easy pay here of $24.94. Maybe you're choosing the rose, which I'm showing you with a beautiful cuff bracelet we've got coming up later in the show. Maybe you go with the yellow. And if you've shied away, like I said, from jewelry before because you tend to have a sensitivity or an allergy, likely your allergy is to nickel, of which there is 0 in this alloy. That's why we love bronze so much. Tarnish resistant means you'll never have to polish it up except to take your own fingerprints off. Next up is the white. Then that black, which is the most limited of all of our color choices. If any of these leave us today, it will likely be this one. J321268 is your item number. I'll let you make your choice or go to QVC.com or give us a call because we've got to take a phone call too. Chris in New Jersey is giving us a call today. Chris, my name is Jennifer. Let me introduce you to David Markstein. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Look, I saw the black one as I came in the door and had left the television on. It is very arresting. It is striking.
Well said.
It's one of these things that it's a heads-up type of watch.
Yes, so well said.
And I collect watches. I have over 30 of them. And why wear the same watch every day?
Yes.
And I just saw this and said, this will be a nice, very reasonably priced addition to the collection.
I love that you bought
So
the
well
black
said.
because it's a little more edgy and it's just beautiful and it goes with so many outfits that you wear. So I think you've picked the right choice.
Yeah, it has, it really draws the eye into it with black. And I have a question for you. What
Yes.
are the crystals around the end?
Around the face of the watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're just that. They're faceted crystals.
Okay, they're not diamonique, they're crystal.
No,
They're
correct.
crystals.
Yep.
Okay, that was just one thing I wanted to clear up.
No, good
Look,
question.
it's beautiful. It's striking. If you're dressed all in white or all in black,
Yeah.
and you have this and a pair of those, silver earrings,
Then
good
you're
to go.
done.
You're done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I love the fact that you
Okay.
said you have 30 watches, and this was when you said, you know what, not enough. I got to go one more.
Well, this will be number 31, going on number 60 of them. So
Well, I'm glad you think it's different
starting
enough.
on the second collection of them, okay?
Good for you, Chris. Well, thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for
Sure.
letting us put you on air. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, we have 13,000 orders already placed. In fact, 1,000 of you have dialed in for our today's special value today. Reminder for you here, while you're looking at jewelry, know still that you have the same confidence in your purchase that you have with anything else at QVC. So if you're dialing in, I say this all the time, that first easy payment, $24.94, that buys you 30 days. So that you can get it home, you can feel the weight of it, you can appreciate, like I said, the aesthetic of it. Take a look at that, you know, bold, as our caller said, striking and arresting timepiece. But if you don't feel like it's everything that we've said it is, we want you to send it back. We want you to be not just pleased, but truly delighted in your purchase here at QVC. And David, in our final minute or so, like really, you're tasked with, every time you go to Italy, you're tasked with bringing us so many beautiful pieces, but only one can really represent Vicenza style. And I got to say, I think you nailed it with this one.
I love the fact that we really put our thoughts into this, all the bells and whistles that you've mentioned, Jen, throughout the presentation. And one thing that I do have to mention, and I can say this as the buyer, is that we didn't start at $100. We didn't start at $99.75. We were much higher than that, and we did some serious negotiating to get us under $100 with our manufacturer. And that's part of the fun of the story, because it really is back and forth banter.
Yes. You like that, don't you?
And you know, I often will use up favors to say, listen, you know, this is going to be our only bronze watch of the year. We have to get this under $100, and we work it out.
David
and we
goes,
figure it out.
remember that time I paid for dinner last time we were in Sicily? Well, you guys owe me. It didn't, like, as you mentioned, it didn't start at less than $100. We worked hard to get it there. It is the best find, the best value of the entire day, and only today is it available on 4 easy payments of $24.94. J321268 is your item number. Dial in now.